So today we have got, we're going to be talking about it, and we're going to be talking about the USA Olympics team. And I've said this a little bit earlier. I'm going to talk about it now. That if you are American, this is the perfect scenario for you, because you can see, Team USA won. You never want your country to lose. But if you were anti all the other crap that was going on, if you were anti team politics, if you were anti all this stuff, then you obviously, some people were cheering against Team USA to lose. And I always said, I'm like, never cheer against your country to lose. But one of the more important things is that the way that not only this team was picked, but just the whole thing about Team USA in general, what's been happening behind the scenes, just especially on the women's side, where it's not about how good you are, it is about who you know, where you went to college, and like who you're friends with. And that's as big of an impact as anyone. And if you guys agree that it's a bad way of picking a squad, subscribe. We thank you guys so much for 26k. If we had 26.1k at the end of the day, that would be absolutely insane. I don't think we're going to do it, but if we could, that would be ridiculous. Either way, this is a good win. They faced against a France team who I would say, throughout the years, other than the really good Australia teams, did they face any of them really? They haven't really had any competition, have they? And France finished 7th in the World Cup 2 years ago. It's not like this French team are absolutely brilliant. I just think this is probably one of the weaker Team USA teams we've seen. It is not one of the weaker, it's the weakest. It's the weakest we've seen. They were better in qualifying. They were better in the World Cup 2 years ago. This is the team on politics. But at least it kind of proved to all the nonsense that we brought our best team. All that crap people still trying to argue through the Japan game. Oh, Team USA brought their best team. All they care about is winning gold. And it's like, in fairness, they did win gold. They won gold, so I'll give credit where credit's due there. You could have sent the D team and won gold. You could have sent the rookies and sophomores and won gold. But they clearly did not send their best team. And I don't think you can't in good faith argue that anymore. This game, the whole Olympics, it has been the all-star game. It has been a sign that, look, we've got to change stuff up. Not that we've got to screw experience or we got to bring every big rookie. And it's not even a case of, we should have brought Caitlin Clark, because I think there are a lot of players in this team that would have made them better. I think the addition of Jewel Lloyd, Chelsea Gray, the subtraction of Jewel Lloyd, Chelsea Gray, and Diana Taurasi. Reasons why they should have been subtracted. Chelsea Gray is injured. Jewel Lloyd, as good as Jewel Lloyd is, she plays the exact same role as Kelsey Plum, Kat Copper, Jackie Young, Sabrina Ionescu. They all play the same role. And then Taurasi is just 42. And if you're saying you need Taurasi there for experience, then what the hell is Brittany Griner? If Brittany Griner, Breanna Stewart, and Aja Wilson in the year of 2024 are not experienced, all pushing 30 or in their 30s, I don't know. And Alyssa Thomas as well. But if you brought any selection of, let's just say, I'd probably would bring a true point guard, a wing defender, and a big. So realistically, any of for that point guard, Skylar Diggins-Smith, Natasha Cloud, Caitlin Clark. For that wing defender, any of, if you want to bring the best one right now, it's probably Ariel Atkins, who's been with Team USA, if you want to keep that. If not, if you want to go young, or even Benijah Laney, if you want to go young, bring in a Dejanay Carrington or bring in a Jordan Horston in that role. Or if you are, and then for the bigs, one of Angel Reese, Aaliyah Boston, Bree Jones. And that's just a better team. And I think it's good that the argument of Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, these other players, Arike to an extent, even though I don't know how much better Arike makes the team. I'm sorry. I don't know how much better Arike makes the team. Because when Arike can win you or lose you a game, and I don't think when you're way better than another team. I think putting Arike in Nigeria, she could literally go and win you again. She could by herself beat Team USA. But I think putting her on Team USA doesn't help Team USA because they're going to beat everyone anyway. But yeah, that's kind of what the thing is. But at least it's so obvious now that the people were saying, even the team was announced, it's this is not the best team. But then the amount of people were like, why is Diana Taurasi there? And everyone being like, no, Taurasi deserves it. She deserves this. She deserves that. She went from starting. She started. By the end, was playing 0 minutes a game. Chelsea Gray played 13 more minutes than she should have in the final. Again, Taurasi's just too old and kept on the team. Like, I'm not going to knock Chelsea Gray. Like, she just walks with a limp or runs with a limp. She doesn't put herself on the floor, but it's on the committee, and it just shows they can't do this again. Because France are going to be better in the next Olympics. And if you bring team politics to the next Olympics, like, if Team USA really wanted to, they could bring every single player on this team again, because none of them are retired, other than Diana Taurasi, and they could replace Diana Taurasi with someone that went to UConn, Paige Beckers. That team might not beat this French team just because of their physicality, because of their speed. There are players you've got to bring. And I think Kat Copper showed what type of player she is. I think you obviously bring Asia. I think if you have Asia and Stewie on your team, even 4 years, it's hard to lose. But you've got to just start getting people ready young. You got to get people ready for that World Cup in 2 years. Like, if I'm USA, I'm keeping Stewie, I'm keeping Asia, I'm keeping Fee, I'm keeping Jackie Young, I'm keeping Sabrina, and I'm bringing an entire new team. Maybe keep Kat Copper. But I'm sorry, Kelsey Plum, you're 30. 34-year-old Kelsey Plum is not going to be there in the Olympics. No. We've got better guards than you. Like, that's what I would be doing. But at least now it's just very, very obvious. Again, all the people, all the quote-unquote WNBA super fans that were giving out about the new fans complaining about this team. This was clearly far from the best team Team USA could have. And it's great for basketball in general, because the game being a 1-point game, even though if Team USA brought a proper team, they win by 30. Let's not get it twisted. Team USA are 35 points better than France. If it clicks, they bring a proper team, and there's no politics involved, and also it's a bit different when it's in France. But you've now seen, because there were a couple of competitive games at the Olympics, a lot of new fans are coming in and are seeing how good the international players are. It's looking like the prioritization rule is probably going to be changed just because of how good these players are, and people want to see these players in the W. You've then got a Team USA team that kind of the old guard and the old way of picking a team is going to be very, very unlikely to happen the next Olympics. Like, there obviously hadn't been enough eyes on this. Even in 2021, they brought Sylvia Fowles, Steward, and Taurasi and I think they started the three of them. And that should have been their final Olympics. But obviously Taurasi stayed on. But there's so much more eyes on this. Like, if the Team USA men's did this, it would be uproar. And it does show the fact that people are complaining about it now and no one gave a damn 4 or 3 years ago. Shows that more and more people are starting to care about the women's game, care about the WNBA. And I can guarantee you that if it's the World Cup and Team USA go and bring a young team of young superstars, a hell of a lot of people are going to be watching that team and really care about that team trying to win. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. This makes it a hell of a lot less likely that that Team USA politic their 2028 Olympic team, which for the good of the game is hugely positive.